It is time that the United States of America join the rest of the industrialized world and guaranteed health care to all people as a right, not a privilege.
Socialism is a method of economics that seeks to spread or to allocate resources based by the government, done by the government instead of by a market system or instead of done by entrepreneurialism. The government becomes the chief allocator of resources. Capitalism, on the other hand, takes the opposite view that scarce resources ought to be allocated by the market system, which says individual energy, individual skills, individual abilities should be rewarded in the marketplace.
What democratic socialism is about is saying that it is immoral and wrong that the top 1/10 of 1% in this country own almost 90%, own almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%. You see every other major country providing health care to all people as a right, except the United States. Those are some of the principles that I believe in, and I think we should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden, and Norway, and learn from what they have accomplished.
Diese gewaltige soziale Arbeit, die ist mehr als ein Almosen. Und wir sagen nicht den Reichen, gebt ihr den Armen, sondern wir sagen, deutsches Volk hilft ihr selbst. Jeder soll helfen. Und Armut und Reich, jeder soll sich denken, es gibt noch einen, der ärmer ist als ich, und dem will ich helfen als Volksgenosse.
That if only we were good, we'd be socialist, which is a belief that I think almost everybody has, regardless of whether they call themselves socialist or not. They'll imagine a kind of socialist utopia in which we're all kind of working together collectively on projects, and we're all very happy to do that, and we share with one another, and we're generous. And that's wonderful, and there's no reason to be against that, and in a capitalist system we would have that kind of thing too. People live in collectives. I'm a capitalist, but I live in a commune. My house is a commune, effectively. The thing that I think socialists are often missing is that we're not the Borg from Star Trek. We have private lives. We want privacy as well. We want to engage in private pursuits, like projects of our own undertaking that we do by ourselves, not with others. And so what I'd like to say to my socialist colleagues is, if you can understand why you wouldn't want to, say, write a philosophy paper with the collective, you'd rather write a philosophy paper by yourself, or if you'd like to understand why, if you can understand why you'd like to paint a painting by yourself rather than having it done collectively as a group project, you can understand why someone might find a kind of meaning in running a business by himself, or having a factory, or having a farm that's his rather than a collective.
We need to unite and work together if we're all going to get through this.
Sounds like socialism to me!
Several hundred years, both methods have been tried. Capitalism and market-driven systems can be responsible for the success of the United States, whereas communism, socialism, in all other sectors have failed in one large way or another. Only the United States capital entrepreneurial system, market-driven system, has survived at least for the past few hundred years. Well, I'm a conservative, and so I truly believe that Trump understands economics better than any other candidate. He is the one that understands world economics better.
They haven't talked about a corporate inversion. Now, corporate inversion, companies are leaving. You know, we used to leave New York to go to Florida. We got better taxes. We got maybe something else. Now they're leaving the United States to go to other countries. They have trillions of dollars in those other countries. They're going for two reasons. They can't get their money back in. It's something where the Democrats and the Republicans both agree. It's the only thing I can think of. They both agree. Let the money come back in. 3.5 years, they still can't make a deal. They can't get the money in. It's probably $2.5 trillion, but I think it's much more than that. All of that money could come right in and be used to rebuild our country and investments in our country. They can't do it. What we have to do, and what I've done, is made the tax rate, and one of the reasons they don't bring it in, the tax is so obnoxious, they can't do it. I made it a 10% number, as you know. I've been very highly praised for it. A lot of money's going to come back in. We're going to get rid of the bureaucratic problems and roadblocks, because that's also a problem. And we're going to have all of this money pour back into the United States. It's going to be used to build businesses, for jobs, and everything else. And as I say, my expression is, let's make America great again.